All right, we're continuing on from 2001. These are all my characters. Here's the cast: Drake, Rye, Gino, Rosemary, and Jorge. This is the second or third version of the Outcasts. These are all based on people I knew in school and Donkey Kong 64 for the Nintendo 64. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the first story the first real story. I mean, the one you saw last time, that was a story, but it wasn't much. So let's click out of this. Let's go to the first one. I want to document everything that I can because who knows how much time I've got on this earth. This looks to be about right. Okay. So there was a movie that came out in the 1960s called Lady Killers. It starred Alec Guinness, Peter Sellers, Herbert Lom, a couple of other people. And it was about a bunch of bank robbers who they were robbing a bank, but they needed a place to hide the money. So they used an old lady's house, a boarding house. They disguised themselves as musicians, but they had to steal all this money. The problem was that the old lady figured out that the Alec Guinness and the others were robbers, and they plotted to kill her. But eventually, everybody took the train, and there was no one left. And the old lady didn't have the. I don't think she got the money anymore. I'm not sure if she had the money at the end. But that was the Alec Guinness movie from 1960, whatever. And I took Lady Killers and made that into my first comic strip. So we have a mansion here, and Drake and Rye are pretending to be father and son. So, they're looking. The old lady's looking to rent out her mansion for a few days or 3 months. They're pretending. And Gino, Rosemary, and Jorge are supposed to be family members, and it's just a masquerade. It's sort of like Lady Killers, but I don't kill off my characters that easily. See if I can get to the next one. So here we have Drake and Rosemary. She's swearing up a storm. I made the proportions a little smaller and a little more just kind of fitting into what I was doing. Jorge's always eating, and he tries to eat Gino's head, and that doesn't work out too well, and he kicks Rosemary. They kick each other around. Here they see the old lady off. Rosemary kicks her into the taxi, and she starts swearing, and that's about it. And now they're going to go into the mansion. Well, before they go into the mansion, they basically say they convince her that they're a real family, but they're going to go and loot the house. Just steal stuff. I don't know. They intend to gather up all the granny's possessions. Yeah, this wasn't much of a story, but it was a little bit better than the one I wrote before about Super Rangers and being a police force. And it was very much like Laurel and Hardy, Three Stooges, the Marx Brothers, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia kind of scenario. Or Martin's show. Remember Martin Lawrence and his show in the 90s? Very character acting kind of things. So they're going through the mansion. Drake goes on about himself. The others want to stampede through the house. I demonstrated this comic strip for an art class back in 2001. Let's see. Jorge's eating a sandwich. Rosemary is, using the weapons room. Gino's playing the guitar. Drake and Rye are trying to figure out how to fix the cable. It's not much, but Rye's going to fix the cable. I took this scenario though and rewrote it for Grey Patriarchy, which is a story that I finished late last year, early this year. So it's not funny, but the 5 characters help an old lady out during a post-apocalyptic crisis. And so Rice fixed the cable. He has illegally wired the cable so that he can get every channel that's possible. A lot of claptrap about, oh, this signal can easily be detected. Now, my physical prints for these, they got ink damaged. So, you know, it was going to happen that way. But I was able to copy and color copy these and save them before they suffered any real damage. So these two have now figured out that there's illegal wiring going on with the cable, with the satellite. This doesn't make a lot of sense, but... And here's Gino unleashing himself. And it gets into Rosemary's drink, and she strangles him. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Here's the old lady. She's going to cash her check. Oh, that's right. The Outcasts give her a check to pay for the rent. And, yeah, she says there's a problem. The check is void. And I'm trying to see what it says. Oh, yeah, the signature says Benjamin Dover. So that's why the check is void. And she's she's going to unleash her fury. Oh, this is horrible. And here she calls up an officer who looks like somebody from the 1940s. Yeah, they're going to go to Fair Lady Manor. Is it Fair Lady Manor? No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of another thing. I'm sorry. Yeah. For some strange reason, he's motivated to get a rocket launcher and launch it at the house. I don't know why. So yeah, she calls the cop, and the cop says, okay, well, I'll try to see I can do what I can. But I think the missile launcher is for the cable company because they illegally hacked cable. That's why they got the missile launcher. Drake has Gino and Rosemary steal a TV. Let's see. What is it? Oh, Ryan knows that the cops are coming, so he's gonna do some digital doctoring. Let's see. Oh, the police are calling them. Gino's excited. Drake is not. Drake is like, okay, I'll handle this. And Gino's playing around with one of Rye's. Now you have to remember, Rye's character, as I'm going to tell you right now, Gino's the funny one. Rye's the one that, he's Japanese, and he can create anything out of junk. He could take your old computers, your old pinball tables, your old blenders, microwaves, and make them into new things. He can create anything out of anything. That's his gimmick. And we have John Bauman, who's making an announcement to come out peacefully and you won't get hurt. Drake wonders why he's so far away. He's trying to negotiate. Rosemary is like, no, we're not going to have this. So they fire the missile, a homing missile, and they argue, and then the house blows up, which should be the end. Where the okay. They come out of the wreckage. So he has them arrested. For dramatic purposes, they all get arrested. So Drake negotiates his way out of it. He has a CD. And it's nice that they didn't search these people when they, arrested them. They just put, John Bauman just put the cuffs on them and that's it. Just put them in his car. No other policeman, nothing. This is the way I wrote it back in 2001, okay? So he gives them the CD or the DVD, and they figure out it's the old lady who did the illegal deed. But it's just digital, witchery here. So he tosses them out of the car. They escape in the night, and he says, Ray doctored it using CGI. So it's just a lot of shit talking. This is just like, the Three Stooges, okay? Or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So that's what I did for this. I'm going to do one more video today. I'll show you my second story. This introduces Zetralock or Gamma Droid Prime. Be kind, be cruel, but be yourselves. Signing out.